A couple of days ago, I released a supplementary video about the family of Herod the Great, and I made a couple of errors in it, and I promised at the end of that video that I would release a correction, and that is what I'm going to do now. First of all, I want to say that in the scriptures, a number of people are called Herod. Herod Agrippa, there's actually two different men called Herod Agrippa. There's Herod Antipas, Herod Archelaus, and Herod the Great. And there's also occasionally a Herod Philip. Herod did not name all of his children Herod. The reason they are called Herod is because this is a title of kingship that the family takes on in honor of Herod the Great. Just as the Roman emperors would all call themselves Caesar in honor of Julius Caesar, or, Egyptian pharaohs are all Pharaoh. So Herod named his children. He had Archelaus, Antipas, and when they became rulers, they became the tetrarchs, they took on the title of Herod. And so that is why they are called Herod in the New Testament. Now, I did say that after Herod Antipas died, that Herod Agrippa, who was the son of Aristobulus, I said he became the tetrarch of Galilee, and that's not right. See, when Pilate served for a long time as prefect of Judea, while Herod Antipas was the tetrarch in Galilee. Pilate served because Caesar Augustus had to remove Archelaus because he was such a bad ruler, and he installed a prefect. Pilate became prefect something like 25 AD and served until about 38, 39 AD. When he was removed, and then Herod Antipas died, Herod Agrippa, the son of Aristobulus, mounted a political campaign in Rome and got appointed as the new king of Judea. So when Pilate is removed, Herod Agrippa becomes king of Judea. When Herod Antipas dies, the tetrarch of Galilee is folded in and becomes part of Herod Agrippa's kingdom of Judea. I believe when Philip in Syria, when he dies, his tetrarchy is also given to Herod Agrippa, but it might have been in the days of Herod Agrippa II. Herod Agrippa II becomes king after his father Herod Agrippa I. Herod Agrippa being the guy that God smites and kills. The Roman ruler Felix and then Festus, they are the procurators of the area, but they're in Caesarea. And Herod Agrippa is still king, but as procurator, Felix and then Festus, they are over the financial affairs of the area. So while the king has the executive powers and is over he's the executive and judicial. He's over the army, he's enforcing the law and judging and trying cases. The procurator is over the financial aspects of the kingdom, but also he is the representative of Rome. And so while the king is able to do mostly what he wants, on occasion you will appeal to Rome. And the reason that Paul is sent to Caesarea and to be tried by Felix and later Festus is because he is a Roman citizen, and so he cannot be tried under the laws of Judea, and therefore cannot be directly tried by King Agrippa. King Agrippa hears him and has a hearing, but he cannot be directly tried by him. He has to be tried by the Romans. It's a little confusing on how Rome situated things at the time, but Herod Agrippa I becomes king after Pilate is removed as prefect, and eventually the Galilean tetrarchy is added to his kingdom, and then when he dies, his son Herod Agrippa II becomes king, and the tetrarchy of Philip in the northeast is eventually added to the kingdom during his lifetime. Now, Herod Agrippa II, he is very much loyal to Rome, but he dies childless. And when the Romans come in to put down the Jewish rebellion in 70 AD, Agrippa, he flees Jerusalem and goes to Rome and lives out his days in Rome, still having the title of king of Judea, but Judea no longer exists because the Romans destroyed it. And he dies childless, and that is the end of the Herodian dynasty. There is some accusation that he had an incestuous relationship with his sister Bernice, who was traveling with him in the New Testament. They both heard Paul in that hearing as recorded in the New Testament, but that was a rumor never fully verified. Just wanted to offer these few corrections before we continue on in our